All right, so you should be seeing my whiteboard come up on the screen right now. And I'm going to work with you. I've asked Marcelo to come online here with us and share some of these computations. He'll have his calculator there as we start looking at the number of coins that are available to us on a daily basis. So if you take the number of coins that are being created on a daily basis, and right now it is about 95,000 coins that you're creating on a daily basis across the network. And so we've got 12,000, I just looked a minute ago, 716 mega hash that have been sold. That's the sold mines. So we're just over that 1% point in terms of the number of mines that have been sold. So we divide 95,000 by the 12,716. That lets us know how many coins giving out amongst those mines.
7 coins and a half.
All right, 7.5 coins is what you're getting right now on a daily basis. So if you have one mine, you're getting 7.5. If you got two, you've got 14 or maybe 15. So that's how it's divided out, the number of coins that are available across the network on a daily basis, and that which is right here, and divided out amongst the mines. So that's how many mines that have been currently bought. Now we said before, there's about 3,300 and something or other, maybe 85 miners. You can divide those number of mines by the miners to see basically on average how many mines have got available to them. So what we're going to look at here is your value of getting hold of one of those mines is producing the coins. At the end of the day, you want to be in a place where you've created coins, because it's those coins that are valued out there in the exchanges which give you your wealth, your revenue. So one particular mine is available to be purchased at $995. This is for your mine. Now, you're not buying coins. You're buying a mine. Your mine is producing the coins. That's what makes this exciting and very different from Bitcoin or Ethereum, where you have to go in there, spend several $100s or $1,000 and buy a fragment of a coin, and you hope that coins go up in value. You're not buying coins with Texit coin. You're buying a mine because those mines are available. There's 1 million mines available on the network, and only 1% of them have been sold. And you see those number of miners that are coming in on a monthly basis, over 1,000 people a month coming in, buying those mines up. So at some point in time, there won't be those 1 million mines left. There'll only be coins. And so at some point in time, you'll only be able to buy coins. But right now, you can buy a mine. And that mine is producing 7 coins a day. And out there on the marketplace, those 7 coins are worth 50 cents. Right now, we're going to say 50 cents is 49.5. It went to 50 cents at 9 o'clock this morning. So if you're interested in knowing how much time it'll take to get that investment back of $9.95, you can get 7 coins a day times 50 cents, and that's $3.50. So that's what you're basically getting into your value wallet on a daily basis based upon the coin's value at that time, basically $3.50. So if we take that $9.95 and we divide it by $3.50, how long will it take for you to get your investment back?
284 days.
284 days. Great. Now, that's if it stays at 50 cents. It's going to go up. As I said, in December, it was 8 cents a coin. Now it's 50 cents a coin. That's 4 months later. We've seen that value increase. So if you divide that by 30 days, how many months are we looking at?
9 months and a half.
All right, 9.5 months. And that's the worst case scenario, because that's basically saying the coin's staying at 50 cents and it's not going up. And so we're calculating that on 50 cents a coin. However, it is going up. And so that'll probably come down this 9.5 months to just, well, maybe 2 or 3 months as the value of that coin goes up. Lisa bought a mine in December the 18th, and she had actually hit that $1,000 mark, got it back in 3 months and 2 weeks. And so that's what it did for her. So that's the value of the mines and what you can produce, basically making those coins. So this presentation, I want you to focus on here the 7 coins and how we can increase the production of those coins on a daily basis, because that's where your value is coming from. So that's the first part. Now, anytime you see one of those graphs that we saw there on Dextrade and even on Bitmart, they look like a graph that starts very low down here, and then they gradually increase in value as the coins go up in value. So when we were in December of this year, right about here, I'm going to say December of 24, that coin was worth 8 cents. However, they launched the coin in May of 24, May 17th of 24 on Dextrade. And so it started being traded back here in May of 24. And at that point in time, it was 8/10 of a penny. 8/10 of a penny. And now when we got on board, of course, it was 8 cents a coin. And so the value is going up amazingly. They actually had created the first blockchain in January of last year, but then the blockchains had to get enough coins to qualify to get on the Dextrade and start the trading. And so by January to May, enough coins have been built up in the network they could get onto Dextrade, and it started at 8/10 of a penny. And so right here we are now, and this is April of 25, and we are at 50 cents a coin. So tremendous, tremendous growth over this period of time. And so now, based upon what the history of is with these Texit coin, and based upon the other coins that have gone before us and sort of prepared the way, the pioneer coins, we can extrapolate what those coins have done over time and see where we are on that continuum to sort of plot and get an idea of the value of our coin and where it's going. So what the industry leaders do, they look at coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum and the Ripple coin, and based upon the performance of these coins and the historical data that we got to work with now, we can do some projections, some analysis to see where the Texit coin would be. So you get this historical data, but also you get information on the coin itself, how robust it is, and be able to make some projections on where we are. And so here's the projections that are coming in. So they are saying, let me get rid of this deal right here. They are saying based upon this time next year, where we are into 2026, and we'll put ourselves right here. Then this will be February of 26. They are projecting that that coin is going to be worth $16 a coin. And that's what, 8 months out. So it's no use having one coin when it's $16 a coin. So you want to start early in the piece generating those coins so that when this time frame comes around of February of next year, you're looking at $16 a coin. And then it goes up, the projections to go up to $80 a coin later on in the year. So you're going to start riding that high. We haven't got a time frame on that, but later on in 26, because of the multiplication effect. You see the multiplication through these elements here? It doesn't look much when you're going from 8/10 of a penny to 8 cents to 18 cents to 50 cents, but that multiplication, you really begin to see it when it kicks in as dollars, and you're going from $16 a coin to $32 a coin to $64 a coin. And you can see how that's happening. So we looked at 7 coins a day. Let's see where that would make you this time next year if we hit that $16 mark. And that's a conservative amount. Others are saying we will be beyond that $16. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. So I'm going to go with that $16 a coin, and just encourage you to make as many coins as you can, build your wallet up so that that value is there when you're wanting to cash out. Now, there's no stipulations with the Texit coin. You can take that coins out the very next day. If you make 7 coins one day when you first get in, you can take those 7 coins out. You can put them up on Dex Trade. You can trade with them and make some money off them if you want. I would encourage you to leave it there because we want those coins to multiply for you, then increase in value. So we're doing 7 coins a day, and they are worth 50 cents a coin right now. But if we take that and multiply it by 365, those 7 coins, to see how many coins you're going to have this time next year, let's figure that out. How many coins are we going to have?
2,555.
Great. That's the number of coins that you can have this time next year. So that February is already past, like $16 a coin. So we're looking at April this time next year. Now, the number of those coins are going to go down on a daily basis, not on a daily basis, but over a period of time, the number of those coins will drop. Why? Because there's more miners coming in, buying more mines. And so those 95,000 coins that are being produced on a daily basis across the network is being divided up amongst more mines. Therefore, those miners will get a lesser amount. So that's why we're at 7 coins a day right now. So by this time next year, you probably won't be at 7 coins a day. So we're going to divide that by 2 to be conservative to see how many coins we'll have this time next year.
1,277.
Great. So that's the number of coins, roughly speaking, that you have this time next year. And if we hit that $16 mark, how much money will you have this time next year?
20,440.
Great. That's a nice piece of money that's available to you. And you bought the mine for $995 and basically did nothing. Didn't share it with anybody, didn't tell your friends. You just bought a mine for $995. That's why this is not a Ponzi scheme. You're actually getting something for your money. People will, if you tell them about this, they say, well, that's just a Ponzi scheme. Now, a Ponzi scheme is taking that $995 and sending it into an organization, and all the people that were in there ahead of you get a good slash of that pie and they get rich. And you're looking around to find someone who can put 90 and 95 in under you so you can get a piece. That's just a Ponzi scheme. This is actually a purchasing of a mine, and you get a coin. Where's my coin? You get this coin here that represents your mine, and that's going to have a code on the back of it. And that code will get you into your mine. So on a daily basis, on your app that you download, you're going to be able to see the number of those coins being created on a daily basis. So that's what you get for your $995. So it's not a Ponzi scheme, and it's not a scam. No one puts out this sort of literature, this very, very nice literature on a scam. You don't put $88,000 into buying space on digital billboards across the DFW, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Houston and San Antonio. So they just spent $88,000 on getting digital billboards. That's not a scam. People don't do that if it's a scam. At the end of July, they go live on every digital billboard in the DFW International Airport, on all terminals, on the big, huge billboards outside to the small 3x6 billboards on the inside of the terminals. Texit coin will be on all of those, giving the value of their coin and how you can take advantage of that. So no one does that. You know, DFW is the 3rd most traveled airport in the world, the 3rd busiest airport in the world. There's something like 240,000 passengers a day go through the DFW airport, 240,000 on average. So in the summer, it's high, and the Christmas is probably 280,000. So that gives you some sort of indication of the value of this company and what they're doing. So we're wanting our family and friends to get in early and take advantage of that, not scratch your head and say, well, it's a scam, I'll wait and see. I just was in communication with a gentleman today who was interested in buying 9 of those mines. Remember, that's the max you can buy. And he delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. And now he doesn't have those coins built up. So, get in as early as you can to get that number of coins that will be of value to you. So that's how you can get that number of coins, is just getting in early as you can. I'm going to show you how now you can increase that number of coins. And this is what the company enables you or allows you to do. So let me do a baseline here. So we are saying, as we said before, $995 get you invested in buying your own mine. And that is giving you 7 coins a day. And we said that would be worth to you 20,440 by this time next year, just one mine. So let me show you how you can increase that. The company allows you to do this. You can actually buy 3 mines. So if you buy 3 mines, they're going to give you actually 1 free because you invested in yourself and got 3 mines. So now 1 mine is producing those 7 coins a day, 3 mines plus an extra 1 free. You're functioning like you got 4 mines. So 7 fours are 28. So if you did that, bought 3 mines, you'd actually be getting 28 coins a day. Now you can see the multiplication effect over a period of time, because instead of 7 coins a day, you're now getting 28 coins. You can also buy 6 mines, and they'll give you an extra 2 because you invested in yourself to get that. So really, you're functioning as if you got 8 mines. And now 8 mine times 7, 8 sevens are 56. So you are actually producing in your account 56 coins a day. Now, this is where it becomes powerful. So you think, well, $9.95 is a lot of money, but the value that you're getting out, if you bought one $9.95 and in a year from now you've got coins worth $20,000, it's a no-brainer. So if you're going to invest in yourself and buy multiple mines, that $20,000 is now being multiplied by 8 or by 4 if you bought 3. So the max, as I said, you can buy is 9 mines. It's why it makes this a level playing field. Somebody who's a millionaire or a corporation can't come in and buy any more than what you can buy. And they're going to give you an additional 3 mines. So really, your mines or your account now is functioning as if it's 12 mines because those additional 3. So 12 sevens are 84. So now you're doing 84 coins a day. If you do 365 from now, you're going to see a powerful amount because of what is being generated here. So let's take this 6 mines right here. We'll figure out at 56 coins a day what you're going to be functioning at. We are going to do 56 coins a day. And let's multiply that by 365 days.
20,440.
All right. So that's how many coins you're going to have this time next year. Let's divide that by 2 to be super conservative.
10,220.
220. Okay, that's coins that you can have this time next year. So we're looking at April of next year. Remember, they're going up to $16. That's the projection by February of this year, of next year rather. So you'll probably be even higher than $16 a coin when we roll into April of next year. So let's multiply that by $16.
And 63,520.
Did you say 163?
Correct.
Great. So that's what you're looking at there, 163,520. Now, what we had said earlier in buying that 1 mine, remember 1 mine? And if we just do 7 coins a day times 365, we calculated it out, and we were at 20,440. All right? That was with 1 mine. Now you're at 6 mines for this, doing the 56 coins a day, because it was 6 plus 2 makes 8. 8 times the 7 is 56. So look at the difference then in what your return on investment is this time next year because the additional mines that you purchase. So this is where it really, really gets very amazingly wealth producing for you. So the difference between getting 3 mines or 6 mines or 9 mines is very powerful because of the additional mines that you get. And we're not talking 10 years, we're not talking 4 decades to get this return on your investment. We're talking just in 365 days. So that's the power of that. Again, that's the second point. The first point's buying 1 mine and let that produce. Again, we haven't told a soul. We haven't gone into multi-level marketing, sharing with other people, trying to build people underneath us. You bought the mine yourself, and there's no compulsion to tell anybody about it. You can buy multiple mines. That's the second way to take advantage of it, up to 9 mines, and have that producing those coins for you. And again, you don't even have to trade those coins. We're talking the number of coins, not trading them to get more coins. You're just letting that sit there. You can trade if you want. You can take those coins out, make more from them on the trading platforms if you want. No compulsion to do anything like that. So let me tell you a little bit now about what we call is mega hash, which is the power or the functioning of your mind. So in the industry, they use the term mega hash, and basically mega hash means your power of production. It's what your mine is that you purchased and how it performs. And so right now, your mine that you purchased is operating at 100 mega hash. That's what's producing your 7 coins a day. So if you just bought 1 mine, what you want to do is be able to increase this mega hash here. That would then cause your coin production on a daily basis to be multiplied. So here's what the company does for you if you want to take advantage of it. And you don't have to. You can get the 1 mine and sit on it and just 7 coins a day. Or if you want to jumpstart the multiplication of those coins, buy multiple mines, particularly a 3 or a 6 or a 9. Those mines are worth about $1,000, $995. So those additional 3 saved you $3,000 right off the bat. So here's what the company does. They say, if you can share this with your friends, your sister, your brother-in-law, your mother, then we're going to give you some additional mega hash for your mine for helping us grow this, because they got to grow the mines. They're about 1% of the mines sold. This is early in the days. This is not ground floor. This is probably basement floor opportunity for you. So if you get another 100 mega hash, then you will be functioning at 14 coins a day because you've doubled your power of production. So that's one way to do it. Get other people, helping them to buy their mines so they can get their own mines and get their own coins going so that this time next year they make money as well. Now, if you can do this within 30 days of you joining and you get those 3 people interested and they buy mines, now it doesn't matter how many mines they buy, as long as they come on into the network and buy a mine, you'll get the credit for that. So the company will give you another 100 mega hash because you helped them grow the mines and you did it within 30 days. And so you get a bonus for that. So now you're at 21 coins a day and you haven't had to buy more mines. This is the way to do it. It's a little slower, yes, because you're bringing people in. But so it'd be quicker to buy the 3 mines and get 1 free. But nevertheless, you got the power of 3 mines operating right there because of those three people that you introduced this opportunity to. So if you do that again, and there's no limit to this, you can bring another 3 people in. And if you do that over a period of time, the company will give you another 100 mega hash. And now you're going at 28 coins a day in your little account. So now it starts to add up big time. And once again, if you can do that within 30 days of this last guy coming in, then they're going to give you another 100 mega hash. And now you're at 5 sevens of 35 coins a day. You can see how quickly this can get multiplied. And all you did was share it with a few people. And if you don't do it within 30 days, you don't lose it. You just get that 100 mega hash because you did it maybe over 6 months. But your second group, now that you know how it all works, you may get them in quicker and do that within 30 days and get those additional mega hashes. So right here, we got 500 mega hash operating in your account, producing those 35 coins a day because of the power of introducing this to other people and letting them take advantage of it as well. Now, you don't have to do this. It's not compulsory. People say, well, that looks like multi-level marketing to me. Well, it's not really. It's a community of people you're helping to get in and take advantage of that to get their own minds. The company's giving you this 100 mega hash. You're not getting that out of the people that came on in. They're not paying you any money. The company's rewarding. It's like a commission because you help them grow the mine. So that's one way of doing it. So let's look at that and how that would work for you if you did that over a period of time where you do have the 500 mega hash operating in your mine, and that was producing 35 coins a day. So if you have 35 coins a day, and we're going to multiply that by 365 days to see where we're going to be this time next year, how many coins will you have?
12,775.
Great. So this time next year, that's how many coins you can expect to have in your account. But again, we're going to divide that by 2 because we know the number of coins are gradually going to come down as it's shared across the network, but the value of those coins is going up. So how many coins will we have this time next year?
6,387.
Okay, that's how many we expect to have this time next year. Now, if they're at $16 a coin, what's the value of that?
$102,200.
Well, again, you did that by increasing the hash power of your mine. You only bought one mine for that $995. All right, you didn't buy the multiple mines. So it took you longer to get there because you had to introduce that opportunity to other people. So it's up to you. If you got the finances to do multiple mines, definitely do it. If you got to take your investment out of some sort of slow moving return of an investment, get it out and put it in there and buy 9 mines because you get those extra 3 free. And you jumpstart the multiplication of those coins immediately and without having to share it with anybody. But if you're limited in funds and you can only get the $995, then you want to be able to do that. And we said that $995 over that period of time was going to produce 20,440, what the figure was. And look at the difference between 20,000 and 102,000. And that's because you built your mega hash by introducing it, the opportunity to other people. And that's what's producing the number of coins. So again, different ways of doing this depend upon what works for you, what sort of financial reserves you've got to take advantage of this, jump right in. Now, I only could afford one mine for $995. So I introduced it to some family members and friends, and I built my mega hash so I could get the number of coins being multiplied pretty rapidly to get that. All right. And then lastly, I want to share you the opportunity of how you can make cash along the way. So he said that if you are able to bring people into this opportunity and they buy mines and they come in, then the company is going to reward you with additional hash. 100 mega hash for each 3 people, 200 mega hash if you do it in 30 days. So within 30 days, you could triple the number of coins, triple the hash power of your mine because you start at 100. So after 30 days, by getting 3 people in, you got another 200. There's 300 mega hash. You've tripled the production power of your mine within 30 days. That's very powerful. The program also allows you to make points along the way, and this is how you can get cash by getting commission from the company by helping those people take advantage of this opportunity as well. Now, remember, we said you could bring 3 people in and you get another 100 mega hash. Well, those people have come into this opportunity by buying mines. So they're going to calculate those mines. So if this person buys 3 mines, this next person buy 1 mine, and the next person buys 3 mines, and your third person buys 6 mines, those points add up. So that's 6 and 3 is 9 and 1 is 10. That's equivalent to $10,000 that you brought in to the company. Roughly, they're $995 each. So roughly you brought $10,000 into the company. And the company's calling this potential cash, allowing you to tap into this if you want to. And so here's how that works. So we have you sitting right here. And it's a binary system. So some of these people are on your left, some of them on your right. They can only be left and right. You only have two places for them to go. It's called binary. So this first person comes in here and they sit on your left. That's 1 point they brought to you. This other person, the second person you came in, we'll put them over here on your left, and your right. So we'll put them on your left, and they had 3 points. Your third person you brought in, you stuck them over here on your right, they had 6 points. We're adding the points, 1 point per mine that they purchased. So over here on the left side, we got 4 points. Over here on the right, we got 6 points. So here's what the company does. If you can match 3 points to 3 points, left to right, they're going to give you $1,000. And you can take that in cash. You can do a hash as well. I'll show you that in a minute. So at the end of the week, by 6 o'clock on Friday night, Central Standard Time, they shut it all down and take a look at how many points you've got based upon the number of people that are coming into your binary organization. So they will, by Wednesday of the following week, they'll ask you where do you want that money sent and how you want it, and then you got $1,000. So that $1,000 came out of that 10,000. So you are now down to 9,000 available cash for you. All right. Now this continues on. So in another week or so, you're sharing this with other people. Remember those 3 people you bought in before where you got those extra hash and you did it within 30 days. So you got 200 hash. Again, those people are coming in and they got points associated with them because of the number of mines they bought. So we'll do 1, 3, and 6 again. It could be 3, 3, and 3. It could be 1, 1, and 9 because they can buy a maximum of 9 mines, which is 9 points. Now, they get the additional 3 mines free when they buy the mines, the 9 mines, okay? So their production power is going up. But we can only count points based upon what they paid for. So 9 mines, even though they get the total of 12 functioning mines out of it, you get the 9 points in your little binary organization. Now, we had 4 points. We got that 4 points above there. We used 3 out of that, so there's 1 left, and we used 3 out of that 6. And so there's 3 left because we got paid our $1,000. That 1 point on your left comes over here and starts your next week. The 3 points over here on your right come down and they start your next week. So you got 1 point and 3 points already started. So let's put those green people in there that you brought in, and we'll put the 6 points over here on your left, and we'll put 1 point over here on your right, and another 3 points over here on your right from those people. And so look what you've got. You've got 7 points on your left because of the one that rolled over from the previous week, and you got 7 points on your right because you had 3 that rolled over. So this is on a weekly basis. Your account is looked at on a weekly basis, and they'll come to an idea of what they're going to give you. If you can match 6 points to 6 points, then the company's going to give you $2,000 in cash. All right. So you'd say, yeah, I want $2,000 this week because that's what I'm aiming for. And let's take that 7 now down. You've used 6 out of that, so you got 1 left over here. Take 6 out of that 7, you got 1. So you start the next week with 1 and 1 and rolling over. So the max that you can go to is 9 points on a weekly basis. That will give you $3,000. If you match 9 points to 9 points. Well, you say, how on earth can I match 9 points to 9 points? Well, these numbers roll over. So they'll keep rolling over until you reach 9. Then you can cash them out and get your $3,000. But here's the powerful thing that happens. This guy here that came in your first week, he is also sharing it with his sister and brother-in-law and mother. So he'll bring 3 people in, or 4 or 5, and those points are going into his little binary system. So maybe 1 point over here and 3 points over there. There's additional 4 points. That's coming into your organization. So it's not just the points that you're getting from the people that you share this opportunity with, but it's points from the people that they share. They're in your organization. Those points will roll up to you. So it won't be long before you may have 12 points up here one week, 26 points over here, and you definitely can get your 9 and your 9 out of that. So it maxes at 9. So if you get any points higher than 9 and you take 9 points out, they go back to 0 because you can't get more than 9 and you'll start again. So there are lots of people I know that are making 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 a week from the point system that's available in here. So you're using that $9,000 up. That's your potential cash that we see up here. So you say, well, what happens when that disappears? Well, you're bringing people in. Now, that 9,000 was 10,000. Remember, you took 1,000 out. That's why it went down to 9. But this next group of people that you're bringing in, there's another 10,000 in that from points. So you just went up in your cash reserve to 19,000 because of that extra 10,000 that came in. So now next week you take the 2,000 out. So now you're down to 17,000. So as you bring people into the organization, they take a benefit of it. Your cash reserve, your potential cash is increasing, and that's what you're eating out of. So they allow you to take every penny out that you've created for the company by matching your points and taking that out. Here's the other thing. If you don't want that as cash, if you say, listen, I don't need $1,000 or $2,000. I'm fine with money. I've got enough money coming in from other sources. Can you keep that money and give me hash instead because I want to increase the volume of my coins? The answer is yes. If the company keeps that $1,000, they'll actually give you 200 mega hash of power because you don't want that 1,000. They're keeping that 1,000. I'm sure they would rather give you mega hash than cash. And that 2,000, if you tell them to keep that, that's 400 mega hash. So now not only are you getting mega hash because the people that you brought in, remember 3 people gave you 100, you do it within 30 days, you get 200. So now you're taking your money that's available to you and you're saying, keep it, give me 600 mega hash into my mine instead of that $3,000. And now you are supercharging the number of coins that you have available on a daily basis, waiting for that $16 mark, and at the end of the next year, $80 mark per coin, etc. So there's just all sorts of ways and options that are available to you to take advantage of that, and we want you to. So that's basically how the system works. And I'm here to help you, and other people are here to help you with this organization to give you an understanding of how this can work for you. So I'm shutting down my whiteboard, and yep, we are right on time, probably 5 minutes over. But I wanted to give you the detailed layout of that compensation plan, which is a very, very, very generous compensation plan. And I don't know how long these various elements of this compensation plan will be in play, but I know why it's so generous right now is because of building the mines across this network. So you want to get in onto the compensation plan that you come in at as early as they can before they start backing off some of these freebies where they give free mines away or they double the hash power if you don't take your cash. Some of those things will probably change over time, and we want you in and positioned so you can be in the best place going forward. So the person that shared this opportunity with you, either shared the video or gave you this link to come on, I want you to get back in contact with them and let them know that you want to take advantage of this. They'll help you, get you set up, give you the way to get in and get this. You'll get this nice book coming in the mail to you that explains the whole operation. Very, very nice production. You'll also get these coins. In fact, you'll get 2 coins. The reason why they're giving 2 coins is one for your mine, so you can get into that mine and with that code and see the coin production on a daily basis. But they're going to give you another coin, which you can turn into a hot wallet. This is a cold wallet until you peel that sticker off the back, and there is a QR code on the back. That'll turn all your coins into a hot wallet where you can take them out and trade them. So you can actually keep all your coins in a cold wallet where they're not accessible to anybody in the network. It's actually off the grid, but they give you another coin that you can peel that off and move some of those coins then into a hot wallet, which you can then use for trading out there on the various platforms. So you actually get two coins, and we'll help you understand how to use those. And so if you want to contact me directly, you can do that at Texit Coin, TEXIT COIN at gmail.com. Texit Coin, TEXIT COIN at gmail.com. And I'll be able to answer your questions and help you get set up, and you'll be on your way to being able to create generational wealth. So again, thanks very much for joining us. I hope this has been very profitable for you in education. If I could give you some continuing education credits, I would. It's helpful to understand how the system works, how the industry works, and where the government is positioned to make this very, very successful for you, so you can take advantage of it and actually get generational wealth for you and your family. Again, thanks for coming. All the best.